Liverpool then against Wolves, and Liverpool in the dark shirts.
Consultation going on just out of the picture between the referee and the linesman. No decision shown, and headed away by Yates. Evans. Bailey to Wagstaff now on this swing. Hughes with him. And another good cross for Dugan's head. Gould! Offside. Either offside against Gould or a foul given against Dugan as he went up for that header. No foul. Referee deciding that Highway made that look worse than it actually was. And he's certainly on his feet and capering about all right now. Players protesting. They got the benefit of the previous tackle on Highway, but that time Mr. Bone had no doubt at all. Tommy Smith to take the penalty, and there into the lead go Liverpool. Three and a half minutes into the second half. Calliope, Gould hunting. The Cop really incensed because after Clements had gone down with the ball in his hands, Gould raised his foot. I don't think it was any more than a gesture. He certainly didn't attempt to swing his foot through. Wagstaff, and Hall now is going to be in real trouble, and rightly so. He tripped Wagstaff. No, it's Wagstaff who's going to be booked. 20 minutes to go now. Smaller will be a bit relieved about that. I don't think he knew that Gould was there when he attempted that back pass. He was very upset that they weren't allowed the benefit of the advantage law then. Wagstaff really feeling that he was clear away. Chris Lawler is much too close. Dugan! It didn't look as though he had a shot on at all there. Awkward bounce. Highway. And he's away now. There's a clear chance for him. Oh, and he's setting up for Evans. A goal that will give Alan Evans a lot of satisfaction, scored against his old club.
Great piece of sporting play there by Steve Highway of Liverpool, the number 9. I think we shall hear a lot more of him as well. A lot of good action there from Anfield, where your commentator was Gerard Sinstad, and the pictures came from Granada Television.
Charlie George, who can hit him. Oh, and we go! Charlie George!
Our next action on the programme today brings you a game that had its fair ration of goals. Liverpool against Leicester, a 5-goal thriller up at Anfield as we join our commentator Gerald Sinstadt. The pictures come from Granada and Leicester City are in the white shorts.
Those 4 men that you see there in the penalty area. Wind blowing the ball out of the centre circle. Now it's right for David Nash. And just right for Lloyd. Away by Smith. Kellard out to Brown. Lindsay going up to pursue him. Nish. And that was Fern's shot. It's gone in. Deflected. Fern's shot deflected off somebody. Completely beating Clements, giving him no chance at all. Goal out of the blue. Bobby Kellard there applauding. So we're off with Liverpool really pegged back after 25 minutes of almost non-stop attack by a very unlucky goal. Lawler to Callaghan. Thompson. Callaghan. Toshak, Lawler, Highway, ending the identical goal. Absolutely identical goal. Off cross. Farrington. Firm. Samuels trying a shot, and what a superb save by Clements. Ray Clements, who's already conceded 7 league goals, which is a total he didn't pass until towards the end of October last season, but still in tremendous form. Glover for Leicester. Samuels beats Callaghan and the referee, gets it out to Farrington. Again. Wallace cutting it out for Thompson. And Highway now with room to gallop down the right. Coming infield. Keegan with him. Toshak over on the left. And there's Toshak. Pulled across hard and cut out by Sjoberg, and just as well too, because Keegan was at the back of the box. Highway collecting the ball for the corner. Toshak, the only man in the 8-yard area. Toshak's head, and in the net for Keegan. What a player this is. David Nish had his leg popped to kick that off the line, and in came Keegan. But his studs hooked in the net. We'll see it again. There's the corner from Highway, there's the header, and in comes Keegan. And that roar as we're back live is to welcome him as he returns to the centre circle. His 5th game in the First Division, his 3rd goal. Glover's cross. Holds his head in absolute anguish. There was no danger whatsoever there. We'll see it again. I don't suppose that Ray Clements will want to watch it again. There's the cross, no danger. He doesn't know where it is, and Farrington bangs it in. 2-2. What a game of incident. Glover going to cut off the pass back to Clements, so Lloyd plays it up the line to Lindsay. Keegan, in a rather quieter second half. Highway. Emlyn Hughes, chance with right foot, and Toshak save! What a magnificent goal! Here it comes again. It looks as though the chance is wasted, but it comes to Hughes. I reckon that's meant for a shot, but look at the way Toshak throws himself and gets a bullet header that gave Shilton no chance at all. And so now, Liverpool lead by 3-2.
Which is how it ended. What a clangor there, though, by Ray Clements, but some tremendous form by Liverpool. Today we go to Liverpool, of course, where there's always plenty of atmosphere at Anfield. It really was bubbling over yesterday for the arrival of those championship contenders, Derby County. Well, it was a game full of goals, captured by the cameras from Granada Television. Commentator is Gerald Sinstadt, and Derby County are in white.
Dangerous, Durban, Hector, and O'Hare was on the other side of Smith. Ball's long ball for Whittam to chase, and he's onside. He's got the touch. There's the long ball. Whittam now in an absolute death or glory chase. He gets the first touch, and then the header. And that's 1-0, and a happy celebration for Jack Whittam, 25 years old last Wednesday. Hennessy, Gemmell, Callahan. Great reward for persistence there. Hughes. Letting in O'Hare. Hector. Durban is in the middle. This is O'Hare in possession. Hinton is wide out on the left, and Lindsay makes the tackle that tells. Smith, Highway, and Smith again. That was the right pass. Webster with him. He nearly squeezed it in. He found the right trajectory to get it over Bolton, but he just missed the far post. So unlucky there. As though Hinton may have got his corner. Yes, he has. Only the second Derby corner, and we're coming towards the end of the first half. Two men on the line, O'Hare and Durban. And Hennessy there, Hector, and a goal by O'Hare. Really only needed a touch. And it all begins with this corner from Hinton. Hennessy gets ahead to it, and it comes right out to Hector, who drives it hard, and O'Hare just cannons it into the net. 1-1. Now Keegan is free. One for Whittam, couldn't make it. Bolton a good catch. Smith to Ross. Hughes. Lawler. McFarland. Durban. Good interception by Ross. How well he's playing. We're now in injury time as Whittam breaks and scores! On the stroke of half-time, Jack Whittam gets his second goal of the game. This quick break by Ross. And then the telling through ball taken on his chest by Whittam, and what a cracking finish. 2-1 then, and again Liverpool lead. This is Gemmell. McGovern. O'Hare just checking to see where the goal is, and he's now found Hector. There's Todd up there in support. O'Hare. Smith hasn't got it away. Hinton. And Smith gets his body in the way, so it's a corner. Alan Hinton. O'Hare in the middle of the goal mouth there, wearing 9. Kevin Keegan back beside Ross there. Hall in the front of the picture. Good header, and a touch, and it's in! John O'Hare gets his second goal of the game. So again, John O'Hare puts Derby County level with his 12th goal of the season. And again it comes from a corner taken by Alan Hinton. McFarlane nods it across. Fingertips from Clements, and then O'Hare the score. Ross to Smith. Ball. Keegan in pursuit. Dropped beautifully for him. And he's wrong-footed McFarlane. And brought Highway into the move. Looked as though he was obstructed. He's got it over. And that's Whittam's hat-trick. Begins with that pass from Keegan to Highway. Highway now gets the ball over, and it's nothing at all for Jack Whittam to put the ball into the net for the first Liverpool hat-trick since Alan Evans got one against Bayern Munich in March.
So victory for Liverpool. Liverpool against Wolves, and that's the one we come to now. A furiously exciting game with a full ration of goals and with the McCalliog of Wolves sent off as well. Our commentator at Anfield is Jerry Harrison. The pictures come from Granada Television, and Liverpool are in the dark shirts.
To Bailey. McCalliog on the right flank here, but this is fullback Shaw. Dugan going over to the far side. Meant for Hibbett. Gets it. Shaw nicely down, giving McCall plenty of time to settle on it. Well cut out, though, by Cormac, who's dropped back well. Kevin Keegan on the right. Toshak goes over to the middle. Highway racing into the middle, too. Keegan. And here's Emlyn Hughes picking up the loose one. Which Parks looked as if he had covered. The rebound off the post, and Liverpool go into the lead. Straight to Bailey, to Shaw. In comes Hughes. I think he put a bit of fear into Hibbett, if nothing else. Oh, man. Lloyd getting up on Dugan. So free kick to Wolves. Centre-half Monroe is up there. Oh, and a great one from Richards. Kindon is there. Kindon picking up that loose one well, and Wolves right back in the game from the free kick. So Steve Kinden's first goal for Wolves since he joined them from Burnley. And the replay, the free kick. McCalliog takes a good one. Richards gets a brilliant shot in there, and Kinden picks up the loose one. Lawler, the right back, is free. Kevin Keegan asking for one over the far side. This is Cormac, though. Up against Kinden first, past him easily. Munro getting it half away. Emlyn Hughes can't quite get the bounce, but almost a brilliant recovery. Now Bailey with a man free on his right. Tremendous space here now for Richards. Oh, and a brilliant shot, and beautifully covered by goalkeeper Clements. Well, it's really wide open up front. Kevin Keegan chasing this one. Oh, doing so well. Great balance. Highway. Cormac! He's done it! Peter Cormac. His home debut. His first goal for the club. And once again, you've got to give Kevin Keegan a lot of credit for getting this crossover. And Highway for getting it back. And there's Cormac with a good bit of bravery to get it in. And away we go then, with 14 minutes of the game left. Liverpool leading by 2-1. Richards. Steve Kinden. Dugan coming to this. Now Bailey. Oh, and an error by Clements. Tremendous drive by Bailey. But you've got to remember the sun is in Clement's eyes. Might have been a bit late for it, but that's not the sort of thing you expect from a goalkeeper of Ray Clement's character. Steve Kinden. Tommy Smith nudging him off it. And chance here for Toshak to break. He's on his own, and he'll have to either go alone or play for time. He's got Keegan behind him. Now Callaghan's pushed in. Highway's in the penalty area as well. Cormac's here picking up the loose ones, and down he goes. And looks, yes, it's a penalty. A late decision, a slow decision, but a penalty he's given. Well, it looked as if at the most he was going to get an indirect free kick, but he's gone over to check with the linesman. Conflab there with Mr. Half of Macclesfield. And not only does it look as if it's going to be a penalty, it's going to be a booking as well. And it's McCalliog, the third player from Wolves to go into the book in a game which really hasn't been at all vicious. But after this, here's the incident where McCalliog knocks him down, and you can see how late the referee's decision was by the speed with which the arms of Cormac went up. So the booking over. No, he's being sent off. Not only has he been booked, but he must have said something to the referee afterwards, and here's Smith now with a chance to put Liverpool further into the lead. And there it is. Well, an incredible incident. The game dramatically turned now against Wolves. Jimmy McCalliog being sent off. And now, not only that, but we've got to have a retake of the penalty because Parks perhaps moved, did he? It couldn't have been that. But anyhow, here's Tommy Smith with another chance. He put it to the left-hand side. What's he going to do this side? Same again. So really, what a burst of action there was there in that couple of minutes. A booking, a disputed penalty, a sending off, a retake, and here's the second penalty. Jerry Taylor, Dugan coming across the face of the area. Munro beaten though by Lloyd. Lindsay a touch away, and a nice touch back by Kevin Keegan, and away he comes. Highway's on that left flank. Keegan, Callaghan. Callaghan's still going. Into a bit of a cul-de-sac, but nevertheless with only 6 minutes gone and leading by 3-1. You're inviting desperate tackles, and that's what happened there. Free kick to Liverpool, Steve Highway. Kevin Keegan on the near post, Toshek behind him. Keegan. Oh, beautifully taken. What a good free kick, and beautifully taken by Kevin Keegan. To Kindon, back to Bailey. He wasn't offside. Bailey, a good run. And a great one. John Richards. So John Richards from Warrington puts the final touch. Surely it must be the final touch on this game. Well, there was slackness there by Liverpool, but it really, with his 6th goal of the game, and Bailey, a good run, sets it up for him. Takes it well.
So what a marvellous bonus match we had there, with Liverpool looking great and the young Wolves striker John Richards also, I suppose, looking one of the most exciting strikers we've developed in the last few years. And also it's a measure, I would say, of the sort of competition that Martin Chivers is going to face for his England place in the very near future. Go to Anfield, where they had the biggest league crowd of the season, in fact, yesterday, almost 55,000 for league leaders Liverpool and their match against Leeds United. Just a glimpse of that game, which was covered by Granada, with commentator Gerald Sinstadt and Liverpool in the all-red strip.
Cooper fouls Keegan, free kick to Liverpool. Can Kennedy make it this time? Yes, for Highway! The foul by Cooper on Keegan was Leeds' undoing. Smith with the free kick, and Kennedy for once getting above his man, and Highway drives it through Harvey's hands.
So Liverpool stay at the top, 1 point ahead of Manchester City. Again with a sting in the tail, as Liverpool take on Queen's Park Rangers at Anfield. While Liverpool lost the lead in the First Division, as you know, to Ipswich in midweek, But with the Ipswich match abandoned at Newcastle at half-time yesterday because of frost, it really was the chance for Liverpool to leapfrog back to the top. The pictures at a misty Liverpool come from Granada television. The commentator is Gerald Sinstadt with Liverpool in the all-dark strip.
Mason's header, Bowles, Givens, on his chest and round Neil, chip inside for Easter, 1-0! Beautifully made, very simple. The first time that Don Givens has effectively been in the game, his chest takes him round Neil, the cross was perfection, and the header from Easter was simplicity itself. Keegan with a bit of space, Callaghan going on, thought about the shot, looked instead for Highway. Running at Clement, finding room for the cross, but Clement got back and blocked it for a corner. Steve Highway will take it. Edge of the picture there was Joey Jones, but Highway goes for the one into the middle, and Keegan jumps, and it's in or out. Just a fingertip by Phil Parks. I thought he'd pushed it against the inside netting, but somehow it was smuggled away. Highway's corner, an enormous jump from Kevin Keegan, and in the end, just fingertips by Parks. So the excitement mounts again. Aimed towards Clement, but headed down by Jones to Highway. Inside to Kennedy. Kennedy on the left foot this time. Can Toshak turn? He got it back from McDermott. Toshak following it in. And Neil back on the post. Toshak! There eventually reduced the Rangers' defence, and finally when it came out to Neil and his shot came back off the post, it was Toshak who applied the finishing touch. Kennedy, Toshak through the middle, Keegan and McDermott going to join him, but Highway now allowed to go on by the referee, playing the advantage, and here's McDermott, and the shot has hit the post. But what a good illustration of how to play the advantage law. Highway undoubtedly fouled there. He retained possession, the referee let him go, and when it came to McDermott, the good application of the advantage law came within an inch or so of a goal. Hughes down to Callaghan. McDermott out on the right. This is Neil. Keegan under this with Hollins. Thompson tried to take it on his chest for the shot, but Masson got in. Keegan. And the referee is going to book somebody. And it is a booking for Eddie Kelly, or for Masson. No, for Masson. Well, that may have been for complaining. It may have been for ungentlemanly conduct. He may have called to try to put somebody off when that ball was in the air. I wonder what little plot was being cooked up there. Callaghan will attempt to put it into execution, and very nearly succeeded. Keegan does! Taken by Callaghan, nodded back across goal, and lashed in by Kevin Keegan for his 8th goal of the season. So Don Masson paid a very heavy price for whatever the offence was there that got him booked. Queen's Park Rangers now, having been 1-0 in front, are 2-1 behind and 6 minutes left. Crements. Queen's Park Rangers have only ever beaten Liverpool once in a league game, They played them 8 times. Liverpool have won 6 and drawn 1 of them. Johnson, Kennedy chasing through and put out for a corner by Kelly. Highway placing the ball for the corner. Callaghan is the player with him. Who else? Callaghan's clever little chip across, Keegan's jump, and that's number 3 from Ray Kennedy. Christmas has come early there. Perfectly simple. The corner rolled by Highway to Callaghan. Callaghan, one of the kind of crosses that he's been knocking over for years. The nod down by Keegan and finished off by Ray Kennedy, his 4th goal of the season.
And that's how Liverpool went back to the top. Well, Ipswich, of course, had their match at QPR called off. So it was a chance for Liverpool to lengthen their lead in terms of points, when they took on Birmingham City at Anfield. The game was covered by Granada Television, the commentators Gerald Sinstadt. Liverpool are in the all-dark strip.
Ray Clemence's long kicks, often a useful factor for Liverpool. But here Howard Kendall, number of ex-Everton players in this Birmingham side. Howard Kendall, Gary Jones, John Connolly, Archie Styles. Francis finding Page. Gary Jones, now Kendall. Jones looking for Keegan. Gallagher finds Kendall. Offside against Burns? No, says the linesman, and that rebounds off Burns, and Burns has an empty net if he can turn it, and it's gone in! There was no flag from the linesman, and Mr. Morrissey is pointing to the middle. Now, it certainly looked as though that must have been a hairline decision as Burns went scampering through there. Clemence came out of the goal, out of the area in fact, and although he blocked the ball, it rebounded off Burns, and Burns chased it and did very well to squeeze it in by the post.
Please come down.
Hibbett. Toshak was cutting off the route of the back pass to the goalkeeper. It was Francis' jump, and here's Connolly. Kendall. Gary Jones. Page just behind him. Joey Jones got in for the tackle, and there's a confrontation between the Joneses. Mr. Morrissey comes to break it up, but let's play go on, not wanting to penalise Liverpool in possession. Keegan. Toshak was pushed over, and it's a penalty. Gallagher suggesting that it was a dive, but Mr. Morrissey didn't hesitate. Toshak, eyes on the ball as it came over, suddenly flat on his face, and Mr. Morrissey says, no argument, that's a penalty. Some words from Mr. Morrissey, and now it's up to Neil. And he's done it. 1-1, Phil Neal, calm, precise, and accurate with the penalty. Back to Highway, chance to cross, changes his mind and goes at Page, and the outcome is another corner. Over this time to the near post for Toshak, not properly cleared, charged down by Kennedy, Case is in there, Kendall is there, and Burns it is who brings it out. It hits Joey Jones, now it's Page, and now it's Keegan. Toshak, Page, and Latchford coming to tidy up, but I think the referee is sending them back for an infringement down by the byline. So another Liverpool free kick anyway. Linesman coming to move the two-man wall back. And the ball played to Highway, who hits it well, and Toshak's head deflects it shot was on target, but if anybody had a chance of saving it, it disappeared with that lovely little subtle deflection by John Toshak. Kennedy, Hibbett, Page back to him. Clements, positive shout. Now Toshak. Highway. Case is free on the right and a well-judged run. And good save by the keeper, and Kendall puts it out. Birmingham completely exposed in the left-back position. Case timed his run. Highway put the pass very precisely for him. Case's shot just touched away with a good save by Latchford. Neil. Thompson. Case. Highway. Callaghan to Highway. Callaghan again. Non-stop runner. And Callaghan's cross met by Kennedy against the bar. Kennedy again. And Keegan couldn't quite meet it. Very bad luck for Ray Kennedy. Met the centre with a perfect header. And when it came skimming back off Latchford's crossbar, the second header went across goal towards Keegan. Goalkeeper arrived too, and it beat them both, and it's a goal kick. Ian Callaghan for Liverpool. Toshak ahead of him, Keegan in the middle. Neil up in support. Callaghan. Fullbacks, midfield men, front men, all link up so well, support each other so well. And now Keegan chasing this one from Rathbone. Toshak! Well, they don't come much luckier than that. I don't really think that was what Kevin Keegan meant. It was put in well, found him well, but that grin from Kevin Keegan says quite a lot. I think he was going for goal himself, and it ran across to John Toshak, and from there it was easy for the big Welshman to get his 11th goal of the season. Francis. Styles. Callaghan. Case. And Callaghan for Keegan, who is onside. Highway. Number 4! Beautifully done that time. All starting when Callaghan won a ball well, weighted it beautifully for Case, and from there on it built up through Kevin Keegan to Steve Highway, and Highway's shot was a peach. Goal number 10 for him. 4-1 now the scoreline.
Which is how it finished. Clearly, Liverpool still mean business.
Oh, and Pearson put through by Greenhoff. Jones is after it. Pearson shot, goal!
Now we go to the First Division to pick up the form of Liverpool, our European Cup semi-finalists. Yesterday they went to Aston Villa. ATV's cameras were there, the commentators Hugh Johns. Liverpool are in the white shirts.
Ball in to Little. Way back to Smith, the free man. Chance to run up the Liverpool right side of their defence. No, it's for Phillips now. Short to Mortimer. Cowans, Phillips. Tip-tap ball, they want the through one, and Little is caught offside. Brian Little made his break just a fraction of a second too soon. Neil hits that long for Johnson. A Case. And Dalglish is in the clear. And Dalglish slots in a super little goal. Oh, so easy. Less than 4 minutes played. 1-0 Liverpool. Dalglish scores his 24th goal in Liverpool's colours. That starting with Neil's long ball forward. Johnson a touch on to Jimmy Case, releasing it perfectly in the path of Dalglish. Villa were all over the place, and a super little goal. Jimmy Case. Dalglish takes over. 2 targets to aim for. Goes for Johnson. Highway wide open on the left. Highway against Goodman. Shows it to him. Look for the left foot. Oh, knocked away by Phillips. The packed ranks of Villa supporters back there, getting a close-up view of the devastating attacks that Liverpool are putting in. Here's Highway with the corner. And surely, well, eventually Dalglish has got it. Somebody else might have got a touch. Dalglish has chalked up his second goal. 19 minutes have gone. It's 2-0 Liverpool. It's a wicked corner in from Highway and was not cleared by the Villa defenders. Dalglish had 2 bites at the cherry and made the second one count. Dean for Little. Dean again. Ball aimed for Gray. Hughes helping out Thompson. It was a bad miss kick though. Now it's Little and Smith. Ball in for Carradus. No, Kennedy is there. And Dalglish, the scorer of 2 goals. Setting up a break here for Kennedy. 2 against 3. Kennedy trying to chip him, and he's done it! Ah, what a superb bit of observation by Ray Kennedy. And there's a big grin on his face as he's made it 3-0. And we're 21 minutes into the game. Jimmy Rimmer can hardly believe it. Kenny Dalglish, some 20 yards outside the Liverpool goal, set that up with a through ball for Kennedy to break on. He saw Rimmer coming off his line, decided to chip him, and he did it perfectly. There's Gordon Smith. Phillips, Liverpool quite happy for Fuller to play the ball around square that far out. It's Johnson losing. Carradus for Villa. Gray, good challenge to Mortimer. Little. Did well, Little. It was a nice chip ball across the goals. And Little did very well to climb above Neil, but his header was always going wide. Little. Carradus. Mortimer. Cowans. Oh, it was Case having a go at Cowans, and Gray tumbled down. So a free kick. And Clements again on his line. Gets to the post, starts shouting at his wall. Making quite sure all the angles and the chinks are closed up. Here's Goodman. Tries to chip him. Hit the post! And Clements! And he didn't know a thing about it. And Clements is out of his line, having a go at his defenders. So what on earth do you think you were doing? I think in conscience they could say, well, what were you up to? Little tap free kick from Mortimer to Goodman. He chipped Clements. Clements gave up the ghost. The ball hits the post, comes back to him, goes away to the corner. Dermot. Long swinging pass for Highway. He's attacking Goodman. Support from Hughes. Now Kennedy. Kennedy going for that return ball. What a nice little build-up. Highway, the ball back to Hughes. Into Kennedy. The 1-2 with Dalglish. And the shot fired just inches wide. Smith. Gordon Smith. Dean. Smith on his own. Is he going to score? No, he's miskicked. Gordon Smith. The opportunity there to score the first goal since November 75 when he scored for St Johnstone against Hibs. That was a penalty. And there he made the break himself. Went on in, took it away from the goalkeeper, and then at the vital moment, lost his legs. Phillips down. Little really taken out of it by Case. Referee Buster Crabb has a word with Jimmy Case. So, Smith now, Gordon Smith. Gray and Dean both going for the same ball. It's Goodman. Looking for Gray. And a super save from Clements. That was class. Ball chipped in perfectly by Goodman. Andy Gray rose well, got the neck muscles working for the header. And Clements a world-class save.
3-0 for Liverpool. I fancy people will go on talking for a long time about that Ray Kennedy goal. It really was something quite special. No wonder they were all smiling.
Good afternoon. This week, the Anfield gates were closed 40 minutes before the kick-off, with more than 50,000 fans inside and thousands more turned away disappointed. They wanted to see Liverpool, the European champions, play Tottenham Hotspur with their 2 World Cup stars from Argentina. And once again, we provide a soapbox for the fans. First, Brian Jones from Huyton, a Liverpool supporter on the Kop for more than 17 years. What does he think of the team this season?
Oh, all fantastic, aren't they? Alan Kennedy now. I feel sorry for Joey Jones, but it's one of them things, isn't it, you know. I think he's just brilliant.
And this is 17-year-old Nicky Dodd, who's followed Spurs to Anfield.
Tottenham at the moment are looking quite good. The 2 Argentinians, Villa and Ardiles, will take a while to settle in, but once they get going, they'll be a great team.
And there's a full house at Anfield with thousands locked out outside, all drawn by Osvaldo Ardiles, past fit after his injury in midweek at Swansea, and Ricardo Villa, the 2 Argentines who have so caught the public imagination. Liverpool too have an expensive summer signing on view, Alan Kennedy from Newcastle. And the man who's got all the fans purring is Graham Souness, who has started this season in the same commanding form that he showed at the end of last. Villa. Nab. Villa again. Naylor has taken the right touchline, nobody down the left, and Duncan is given onside and he's round Clements. Oh, what a very good save. That was desperate for Liverpool. Duncan got through, the linesman kept his flag down, Hoddle and Villa were in the middle, and as Duncan tried to cross, Clements somehow got down to stop it. Villa. Ray Kennedy. Case. Miss-hit, but it's found Dalglish and he turns and scores! I suspect that was miss-hit by Jimmy Case, but it couldn't have been miss-hit to a better player than Kenny Dalglish. Brilliant on the turn, round Perryman and in under Danes. 10 minutes gone, 1-0 to Liverpool, and Dalglish has got his 5th goal of the season. Dermot and Ray Kennedy up supporting Dalglish. Here's Dalglish now, and Lacey wondering how he's going to turn. With the ball at his feet and he's back to goal, Dalglish can still be a very difficult customer. Lacey was having problems with him there. They can be very difficult to deal with. Dermot put in by Highway. And the chest down by Perriman dropped nicely for Dalglish, and now Kennedy. And Souness, can he turn on it? Pulled it back for Case. Dalglish! Well, I reckon they've done it again. After that ball had pinged around, it was played back to Case, and I'm sure that his shot was mishit, but it came nicely to Dalglish, and he deflected it past Daines as cool as you please. McDermott. Kennedy at the far post, and in it goes. Not sure who's claiming that. I think it may have been an own goal off Lacey. Kennedy getting the congratulations of his teammates, but the third goal it is. Kennedy up well, and bingo number 3. And Liverpool so dominant going forward, it seems really to be simply a question of how many they'll score, but they do look a little bit fragile themselves at the back occasionally. There was a high foot there and an indirect free kick for Tottenham Hotspur. Everybody back. Clements is a bit worried about whether he can get a clear view of this. Hoddle standing over the ball, he rolls it for Taylor, and now Lacey, blocked by Souness, off the line by Ray Kennedy, and the danger passes. Lacey's shot, blocked by Souness, then Clements got a hand to it, and Ray Kennedy completed the clearance. Alan Kennedy. Johnson again, teasing Lacey. Crossing, the flick-back header by McDermott didn't carry through to Highway. Souness. Nice, neat turn. And a good ball out to Dalglish. He's got plenty of time to choose the spot for the cross. But McAllister cleared. Back in it'll go from Case, who can hit them. Good save by Daines. That one was on target from Jimmy Case. Very good. Well-struck shot that was bending, but in fact bent back into the path of Daines' dive. Dalglish with a lot of room now, and he's beaten Perriman, and can he get the hat-trick on the stroke of half-time? Sets it up for Kennedy, and it looked like number 4. Every time Liverpool go forward, it seems as though there's a goal in the making. So this very fragile Spurs defence will surely be pleased to hear that half-time whistle, because it looked then as though Kenny Dalglish was about to get his 3rd goal of the game. Duncan beaten by Neal. Case to Souness and back. Johnson on for McDermott. Ray Kennedy in the middle, the ball with Dalglish, and now Johnson, Souness, Dalglish did well to turn on the shot. Johnson, 4-0. Well, the defence just fell apart again. Dalglish did well to turn on the shot. Daines had been pulled out of goal, managed to block it, but credit to Johnson for the efficiency of his finishing when the ball came out to him from 10 yards, like an arrow along the ground. Peter Taylor with just Villa to support him at the moment, and case robbed him as clean as a whistle. And now here's Dalglish put away by Ray Kennedy. Dalglish for Johnson, number 5. Whenever Liverpool go through the middle there, just slip through to David Johnson, and his second goal of the game seemed to go between Daines' legs. Highway to Souness, chip in for Alan Kennedy, gets a second chance and pulls it across for Johnson. Off the line brilliantly by Duncan, as Johnson was already celebrating his hat-trick. Brilliant clearance by Duncan. Now Highway, can he get in on the scoring act? Penalty! And Duncan, having just saved Spurs a goal, looks now as though he's given away the 6th by bringing down Highway. And it's saved by Daines, and Dalglish can't meet the parry. But the referee is going to have it taken again. The referee has judged that Daines moved before the ball was struck. Daines now on his line, knows that he must keep still. Will Neil put it in the same place again? No, he doesn't. So that now is 6-0, and this is becoming a rout. Johnson, and Johnson a ball into acres of empty space for Highway, and Highway a brilliant crossback. McDermott it was who finished it, and what a classic goal. Tottenham in remnants. Can't he be pleased with that? Glorious long passes. Johnson finding Highway. Highway with lots of space. A great quick cross back. And the flying dive by McDermott to make it 7-0.
That's the second successive week I've seen Liverpool in First Division action, and the truth is they're simply getting better and better. Of course, the game's all about opinions, and one very voluble one came to me at full time when I spoke to Bill Shankly. First of all, I asked him, how good is this Liverpool team?
Oh, well, Liverpool played the game the way it should be played. Simple. They made themselves available when they had the ball. It was the easiest thing in the world to find them with each other with passes. That's what the game's all about.
Could I ask you what was your opinion about the two Argentinians?
Well, they're obviously both good players, and they're team players. But they're strangers here, and they maybe be bored and homesick. And as they're team players, they're trying to fit into a pattern which is upsetting them and possibly the team. Because I thought that the Tottenham as a team were poor. So that it's going to be hard for two team players to come into a team game. I mean, if I'm going to buy somebody from abroad to come here, I'm not saying the boys can't play. I'm going to buy a Gento or a Best or a Matthews or a Finney, an individualist who doesn't need anybody else to play with.
Can you see these two lads lasting out the season in First Division football?
Well, I think they will, yes. But again, I'm going to say that it's the team players, and the team they're in is not really a good team.
That's a very valuable view from Bill Shankly. When I tried to get into the Tottenham dressing room at full time, manager Keith Birkinshaw said that nobody from the White Hart Lane Club wanted to say anything about the match at all. Very understandable. So, into the opinion spot this week, we brought the Liverpool captain Emlyn Hughes and our own kick-off expert, Jimmy Armfield. Let's look at the game. Is it that Liverpool have got a lot better, or that Tottenham were a poor team?
Well, I don't know. I don't think you can say that Tottenham are a poor side because they've gone to Notts Forest in the first game of the season, got a great result. They've had good results in between then. I know that Aston Villa beat them rather soundly at home, but apart from that result, they've done not too bad this season. But I saw on the television today people trying to explain why Liverpool have done so well lately. But I think the only difference is that at the moment we're sticking away our chances. I mean, we've always created chances in games, and now we're just sticking them away unbelievable. I mean, some of the goals today were fantastic.
Jimmy, have you seen any team better than Liverpool in the First Division?
There isn't a better team than Liverpool in the First Division, in my opinion.
Do you think they've modified their game somewhat this season? They seem to be playing more long passing, getting forward more often.
Well, this is the first time I've seen them this year, but I felt a lot of the debit, you might say, went to the way that Tottenham played. I felt that they left wide gaps, particularly down the flanks. And Liverpool, or any side really, if any side in the country can expose this, it is Liverpool.
Jimmy, give me a man of the match.
If I had to go for one man, I'd go for Dalglish.
Case. Miss-hit, but it's found Dalglish and he turns and scores! Dermot put in by Highway. And the chest down by Perriman dropped nicely for Dalglish, and now Kennedy. And Souness, can he turn on it? Pulled it back for Case. Dalglish!
Well, I would make Kenny Dalglish my man of the match every time, because he's so good, and he's so good at creating space, and balls played up to him, he can turn defenders so much. I think the biggest crime of the century is how the lad never done well in Argentina, because he's such a good player and he plays for other people so well that you know, he's a tremendous player.
So he's going to get our magnum of champagne. Thanks very much, Emlyn and Jimmy. Well, that's a deserved magnum of champagne for Kenny Dalglish, who also deserved a hat-trick in my opinion. Professionals' opinions are now behind us, but what about the fans, those two lads we talked to before the game? What do they think? You said they were magic before the game and you were only feeling sorry for Joey Jones. How do you feel now?
Well, I feel even better now. I feel better for Souness, but that lad just played great. But I felt sorry for Alan Kennedy. That goal should have gone in, but he hit, you know what I mean? But it's taking a bit too much on them, and I only said 3-1 before the game. But 7-0 just out of this world.
You said it would take time for Spurs to settle down and the two Argentinians to settle down. What do you think now, though?
Well, I still think it'll take them time. You know, I think it's the back now that wants tightening up, not the attack, because it was the same against Chelsea last week. They just gave away goals like Premier League side, you know. So I'm satisfied with the Argentinians so far.
Well, that's the entirety of the opinions we gathered at Anfield today, but let's just tie up the match with the details from the statistics caption. And of course, they weigh heavily in Liverpool's favour. 29 goal attempts against 11 from Tottenham. And for corners, 5 for Liverpool, 3 for Tottenham. The offsides, 1 against Liverpool and 8 against Tottenham. And the fouls, 17 committed by Liverpool and 11 by Spurs.
Now let's have some more action for you. And it's the First Division game between Norwich City and the leaders Liverpool at Carrow Road, where the pictures come from Anglia Television. The commentators Jerry Harrison. Norwich here are in the light shirts.
Kevin Bond, neighbours down the right coming to him. And Kennedy came quicker. Off neighbour. Ryan for Reeves. Hansen in there strongly. Dalglish, a quick check to see whether he can control. He can. It's Johnson trying to return it to Case. And Dalglish, a back header. Can Bond get this? He's up against Highway, beats him, and a dangerous cross is in. And it's straight in the back of the net from Steve Highway. 6 minutes gone. A stunning goal there for Liverpool. Well, the ball played in from the right. Dalglish's header goes out on the left-hand side to Steve Highway. He turns Kevin Bond inside out a couple of times and then fires one across the face of the goal. That could have been meant for the far post, it could have been meant for a shot, but in it went off the far post, and a marvellous start for Liverpool. Dalglish and Hoadley. Dalglish getting the better of him. Dalglish still there. It's a great shot. Now Highway, and it's in. Another one for Liverpool, another one for Steve Highway. A brilliant bit of play, and that stemmed in fact from the ability of Kenny Dalglish to turn under pressure in the penalty area. As that ball came to him, he's got Hoadley with him, but he wriggles free of him, he puts a shot in and it beats the goalkeeper. Unlucky that it hits the post, and here comes Steve Highway, the side footer, and Keelan can't get it. It's 2-0. Bad kick by Kennedy, or by Clements. Souness does well to get it out to Case. Neil going by him. Dalglish, there goes Case. Checked his stride beautifully. Here goes Alan Kennedy forward. He's dangerous. And Johnson with a chance to make it 3. And there it is. Suddenly they were wide open again, and Liverpool punished them so severely. David Johnson making it 3-0 for Liverpool with 36 minutes only of this first half gone. Well, they knocked that ball around well in the middle. Case did well, but suddenly from nowhere it's Alan Kennedy, the left back, who comes up to make it an extra man, which Norwich City didn't pick up at all. And he's able to find a lot of space for David Johnson, who takes his time and beats the goalkeeper Keelan again. 3-0, David Johnson's 3rd goal of the season. Thompson forward for Johnson, tackle from behind by Powell, and here's Thompson. And Dalglish trying to get a return, Hoadley battling hard. He wouldn't let many people get away. The flag has gone up for a foul. That was right on the line. Hoadley complaining that he was having his shirt pulled. Well, the free kick right on the edge of the area. 5 in the wall. Here goes Case. It's in. And the wall looked quizzically at one another. He hit a shoulder and went in. It's 4-0, and Case gets his 4th of the season. Well, have a look at that wall as Case goes to take this shot. And really, Martin Peters on the left-hand side wasn't tight on the other 4, and the shot hits a shoulder, and Keelan has no chance whatsoever as that goes like a thunderbolt into the back of the net. 4-0. And forward goes Robson. He looked miles offside, but the linesman didn't flag. Robson, down he goes. It's a penalty. And the linesman comes towards a couple of Liverpool players who complain that really Robson should have been flagged offside before he went down into that corner. But there's no doubt about it, when the challenge did come in, that it was a foul one, and it's a penalty, and it's a chance for Ray Clements to be tested. Confidently put into the net, and how badly they could have needed that one after the devastating start by Highway in the first half. But it doesn't mean a lot as far as the scoreline is concerned. It means a lot to Ryan, of course. It's his 8th goal. It's 4-1 to Liverpool, and we've about 12 minutes left.
And indeed, that's it. Indeed, a 4-1 win confirms Liverpool at the top of the First Division, but then they're used to that. Liverpool, leaders of the First Division, against Tommy Docherty's Derby County in the bottom half dozen of the table, and Tom himself at the game in spite of cracking a couple of ribs in a car crash on Friday night. Well, Granada's cameras were at the game, along with 47,000 fans. The commentator's Gerald Sinstadt. Liverpool here are in the all-dark strip.
Highway. Souness in a big gap opening ahead of him. Case here to his right. Souness trying to take it on his chest and shoot, but what a good save from Middleton. George, Ray Kennedy, Souness to Alan Kennedy, Dalglish, fouled by Moreland. Souness, and Phil Thompson is there. Alan Kennedy is there. Phil Thompson, and put out for a corner by McCaffrey. 2 of the back 4 up, causing problems in the Derby 6-yard area. Thompson almost got it at the first attempt. It went to Alan Kennedy. He couldn't quite control it. It came back to Thompson, and he couldn't turn it in either. Ray Kennedy, Souness. And it's very much one-way traffic, and it does seem largely to be a matter of when Liverpool will score the inevitable opening goal. Case to try the cross again, and succeeding well. Highway over the goalkeeper's hands and just past the post. disappointment for Steve Highway. But credit for Jimmy Case, who got round Powell, crossed well, and Highway's header was well judged, but just missed the far post. The referee didn't give a foul, but Souness gave a look. Neal, intercepted by Buckley. Ray Kennedy. Dalglish. Johnson, possibilities here. Souness, defence closed. Liverpool must try another way. Highway. Souness, Dalglish. Johnson. It's really a question of which of them was going to put it in the end. When the ball was played in from the right, Souness first, then Dalglish, finally Johnson, and he felt really that any one of the three of them might have scored. Neal, Case. Neal meant for Dalglish, but it was a bad ball. There's nobody there for Derby. Case again. This time the long diagonal ball towards Ray Kennedy's head. So simple. Derby fast asleep. Jimmy Case looked up, saw Kennedy on the move, dropped it to perfection on his head, and Middleton was left in no man's land. Daly. Kasky. Clark. Buckley to Powell. Kennedy. Daly looking in vain to the referee as Johnson breaks. Flick into the middle where Dalglish is all alone. Goalkeeper coming out. Highway, can he score? Can Johnson score? They've taken an awful lot of time. They've still got possession. Highway under deflection, and Middleton is relieved to see the ball in his hands. Clearance only goes as far as Neal, and once Liverpool start to move forward, it really is like the tide coming in. Souness. Daly, the Derby player, number 4. Highway. Johnson! Hooked out by Langham! Johnson so close. Good work there by Langham. Good work also by Highway, angling in the cross. Johnson got a foot to it, half smothered by the goalkeeper, and just hooked away at the last inch by Langham. George. Daly chasing, but not able to get there before Hansen. Thompson. By Johnson. Dalglish has got round his man now. Little chip. That was one that had Kenny Dalglish written all over it. Once Dalglish had got the wrong side of McCaffrey, there was only one ending in view then. Middleton spread himself, Dalglish waited, toe end over the top, 3-0. Ray Kennedy. Dalglish has got the wrong side of Moreland, but Moreland recovered to concede the corner. Dalglish, when he darts around in the box, can so quickly get the wrong side of the defender. Corner play back to Alan Kennedy. And Phil Thompson. Little chip back. Header by McCaffrey. It's only come out to Souness. His shot was blocked. This is Highway. Dalglish calling for it. And in on it fast. 4-0, Ray Kennedy. Well, there was so much at 6s and 7s there. It was once again just a matter of who would add the final touch. And it was Ray Kennedy coming in for his second goal of the game. Clark. Langan. Highway. Johnson, beautiful ball, and a great break by Hansen. Will he score? He set it up for Dalglish. 5-0. What a marvellous goal. What a beautiful goal.
A complete performance again by Liverpool, by people like Hansen and Kennedy, who came up from the back and always on hand, scorer of 2 of the goals, and indeed he made 2 as well. Yes, you're right, it's Kenny Dalglish. Liverpool top of the table, where else? And consider this, 9 wins, 1 draw in their 10 games so far. 33 goals scored, only 4 conceded, and already a 3-point gap opened up on second-placed Everton. Just that European Cup blemish against Nottingham Forest to mar a really sparkling start to their season. Our last match today is Liverpool against Crystal Palace. Liverpool's reputation, well, of course, that's worldwide. Palace's, though, is growing all the time, and after their victory against European champions Nottingham Forest last week, which, of course, you saw on this programme, all Palace supporters regarded this game as the important yardstick as to the progress they've been making under Terry Venables. Just how would this young Palace side cope with Kenny Dalglish and company, and the frightening noise that would be coming down from the Kop? Questions that were answered yesterday in front of Granada Television's cameras with commentator Gerald Sinstadt and Liverpool in their famous strip of all red.
Dalglish running right across the edge of the penalty area to come for the pass. Cannon nipped in, but Dalglish has made the header. Turned in again and chased by Souness, who's taken it away from Burridge, but into the side netting for a goal kick. Graham Souness whipped in there very smartly as Burridge was coming for it. Ball played in and deflected, and as Burridge comes, Souness is there before him, but can't cut it back. Case. Souness forced to check back, but he's still got the pass through to Dalglish, who is fouled by Cannon. Cannon included in the Scotland squad for the game against Belgium next Wednesday, where he could well find himself playing with Kenny Dalglish. Nicholas on the right of that wall as Burridge looks at it. Hilaire next to him, then Francis, and then Murphy. There they are from the front, with Phil Neal going in to cause a problem or two. Case, hammer, and well saved indeed by Burridge. When Jimmy Case hits those, a goalkeeper needs to be quick and athletic. And Case really did hit it very hard, past the wall, and Burridge saved very well. Only Clements in the Liverpool half. Corner towards Ray Kennedy's head. As though it was on for a goal, but Phil Thompson's side foot didn't work. They really hadn't picked him up in the penalty area, though. Ray Kennedy comes in on this header, and nobody has spotted Thompson. Look at the space he had. Just couldn't hook it back far enough. Sanson. Nicholas. Swindlehurst. All over his own feet. Case. Harassed by Nicholas. Palace number 4. Case is wriggled away from him down that line. Dermott's cross-driven low, and Johnson has it taken off his toe by Murphy, who slipped and lost it to McDermott again. Now Johnson. Doesn't that face tell a story? He thought he'd got one then, and really he should have done. McDermott hit it over low after Murphy had slipped. This is McDermott playing the low ball over now, and Johnson just with the side foot. Burridge hadn't a price. Alan Kennedy. Up to Ray Kennedy again. Right foot cross. Dalglish's head. Johnson, the scissors kick. Dalglish in. Burridge out, and Burridge won. And then cleared by Sanson, who stepped in very fast to clear up the last of the danger. Burridge is still down, and I think in a bit of trouble, holding his shin. He was very quick out there to thwart Kenny Dalglish. There's the header across from Dalglish, and that's the overhead effort by Johnson, and Dalglish in so quickly. Burridge out equally quickly, and Sanson very swift to dribble away from danger and clear. First half now going into the time that Mr. Peck will add on, and it could well be something between 2 and 3 minutes. Blair. Case. Johnson to McDermott, and now they're on the move. McDermott to Dalglish, Ray Kennedy outside him. Dalglish's control was marvellous there as he hooked that down, but the defenders are back. But still there might be a way through. No, Hinchelwood has cleared it. Only as far as Neil. Forward come Liverpool once more. Souness. Ah, there are 4 men in the middle. If Johnson can find one with a cross. Case with the header. Oh, what a beauty it was too. Jimmy Case. Well, they kept working patiently, and you felt that sooner or later it had to happen. Johnson plays the cross, a flick with the head by Case, and it has beaten Burridge all ends up. Cannon covering behind Sanson, whose header wasn't very good, and keeping it in play. Now Sanson with Souness coming in hard. Blocked the clearance. Dalglish has lost Sanson very cleverly, but has in the end to be content with a corner because Nicholas got back to block as he tried to turn it inside. Hinchelwood on the near post. France was just behind Burridge there. Case to take the corner. That was by Johnson. Clearance by Francis. In again by Hansen. Cannon heading it straight up in the air. Dalglish challenging. Gilbert there. Dalglish trying to smuggle his way through, and then chip it away from Burridge. What an astonishing goal by Kenny Dalglish! A mixture of cheek and genius. There really didn't seem a goal on there. He's battling away with 1, 2, 3 players around him, and still manages to beat John Burridge as he plunges across. Souness, bad throw in. Dalglish. Johnson was onside. McDermott has gone into the middle. Case is coming at the back. Oh, saved by the goalkeeper's legs when it looked as though we were in for a classic Liverpool goal. Terry McDermott thwarted by a good bit of goalkeeping at the end of a marvellous move. Long, fast, determined run here by Johnson. turned across perfectly for McDermott, and as he went to his left, Burridge got his legs in the way. Cannon. Souness. Ray Kennedy. Nobody guarding him over there, and they're all now streaming into the middle. Johnson and McDermott, and McDermott gets it. Came out of nothing and put away with clinical simplicity. Burridge bewildered, and well he might be. They gave Ray Kennedy so much space, and look at those three red shirts steaming in. Either of these two could have had the goal, and it was McDermott who claimed it. Gilbert. Hansen left Gilbert on the seat of his pants, has found Dalglish. Hansen has gone on, McDermott is there. In comes Case, here comes number 4. No! Cleared off the line after it had been blocked by Burridge. Hinchelwood who made the last clearance. Here we come again. Dalglish. Dalglish's shot blocked. But you feel that it's now only the skin of their teeth that sticks between Crystal Palace and another Tottenham Hotspur. Meanwhile, let's see again the incident where Liverpool came so close to their fourth. McDermott gets a toe to it, and out here is Case with only Burridge between him and a goal. Burridge's left hand beats the ball down, and Hinchelwood slides in to complete the clearance. Swindlehurst putting on a burst of acceleration. And Nicholas tries the shot, which hits the bar. That's the best effort so far from Palace, turned across then by Hilaire, and it's still in play, and Swindlehurst has reached it, but only with a foul on Alan Kennedy. But that was certainly some shot. Peter Nicholas it is who hits it. He has a lot of room as Hansen goes to close him down too late, and Clemence's jump was nowhere.
Well, that was a result that would have taught Palace a lot about themselves, and Gerald Sinstadt asked Terry Venables if he'd changed in any way his high regard for Liverpool.
Nothing at all. It's an underestimation to say they're a good side, isn't it? I mean, you just mentioned that they've lost 13 games here in 10 years, which is quite fantastic, really. But even when they're not playing well, they work so hard to make things happen for themselves, you know. I think the 2 goals, one was I think he tried to flick it on, which went in the net, and the second one was a deflection. But that's not, you know, that happens too often for them to say, well, it's lucky, because they work at it and make them get lots of people in the box and put you continually under pressure.